So we're here in Fulham and I'm here with Nicole Holiday and Samantha Miller, and we're about to watch the England v Australia game. The Lionesses have had a great run and they're on to the World Cup, but it didn't come home in the summer with the men. Will it come home next year?
I think they've got a really good chance. I think Phil Neville's implemented this philosophy, which is incredible. He's got the girls playing good football. They beat Brazil 1-0. I think it's our best possible chance.
How about you?
What Sam said. No, I agree. They're a great team. They're looking really good at the moment. They had a great game on the weekend. There's only a few other countries that really, you would say, are sort of on their level and big competitors. I think they can do it. Yeah, I got the hope.
It has been said that Australia are one of the contenders somehow to win this World Cup. So what do you think the scoreline will be today?
I'm going to go again, England 1-0.
Oh, I think it'll be bigger, but I'm always wrong. Let's go with 3-1 to the Lionesses.
3-1 to the Lionesses. It could be coming home.
It's coming home. It is coming home.
So how long have you been a Lionesses fan, or how long have you been following the Lionesses football?
To be totally honest, like women's football, I've not been following for like years and years. But like over the last couple of months, I've just felt like a real need to get behind the women's team. I think it's like a really, really important thing to do, especially for what we do at this fangirl. So yeah, I definitely call myself a Lioness supporter now.
Especially at a time like this as well, because we had an amazing summer with the England men going out there for the World Cup. It didn't come home. Can it come home next summer?
Of course. I think honestly, I think the Lionesses potentially hold like a better chance than, you know, the England men's team. So yeah, I'm super excited to see how they do.
Hopefully the Lionesses win. What is your score prediction finally?
Do you know what? I'm thinking it's going to be a bit of a goal fest. So I'm going to go for 3-2 Lionesses.
Woo! Okay. Thank you so much, Amy. I'm here with Robbie, who is actually from Australia, but he's a neutral fan today, supporting the
not that neutral.
So how's it been watching the Lionesses and the Matildas play against?
I have to say that it's been a brilliant game. It really has. I think England was definitely worthy of being up, but I think Australia's had a couple of good moves. The ground's great. Really, really nice, and our seats are really close, so really pleased.
It's a nice turnout. How do you feel about women's football on the rise at the moment? Do you feel like it's such a great occasion that so many people have come out midweek to watch the game?
Well, when I think that myself and my son have paid 11 quid, and to see the men play would cost 10 times that, and actually the skill that I'm seeing there is really nice, really good, really up with the men, and I feel like they're not being overpaid. So I think it's great. I think the women's game should be on the rise.
And finally, what's your final score prediction for the rest of the game?
Sadly enough, I think it's going to be 3-0.
To England?
Well, it's got to be.
Because obviously, it should have been, in my opinion, it should have been 2-0 by now.
Well, we thought it was, but...
Offside, apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thanks a lot.
So, it's been such a great turnout for a midweek Lionesses game. Is this your first England women's game?
Live, yeah. So I've been to see and watch on the telly in like Soho somewhere, but never been to like a live game. And they're playing really well.
Did you expect such a huge turnout for women's football? Because it has been on the rise lately.
One of my friends who's going to come has been saying that she's had to go through the Australian website to try and get a ticket because she was struggling to get one for the England side, and I was really shocked. I shouldn't be, but I really was. Yeah.
So how do you think the ladies are playing so far?
Great, fantastic.
And I'm guessing you're supporting the Lionesses.
Come on.
What do you think? I mean, it's 1-0 now at half time. It should be 2-0 in my opinion, because that goal was ruled offside. But what do you think the final score will be?
2 or 3-0.
Easy win?
Easy, yeah.
And finally, I've been asking everyone this. It didn't come home for the men in the summer, but do you think it will come home for the women in the World Cup next year?
Easy. Easy.
Come on, England.
Is there any part of you that thinks, you know, if we'd won both these games comprehensively, actually I might have more of a challenge just keeping expectations at the right level, whereas now you kind of can tell the team, you know, margins can be very slim at that level.
Yeah, the results actually don't matter. All the results, I keep saying, I keep telling them I want them to win, but you know, the learning from tonight was more than probably what I learnt against Brazil. So you know, ultimately, if we draw 1-1 with Australia in October, when we get to June the 7th in Paris or Lyon, wherever we're playing, actually nobody will remember the result in October. So, but the learning from this game is probably far greater than the result. And I like the look on the players' faces in the dressing room after the game. I like the look at them because when I went in there, I wanted to, because I don't see them for 3.5 weeks now, so it's difficult to leave on an argument. It's difficult to leave with a negativity, but I had to tell them the truth, and every single one of them nodded their head and agreed with me. So we're actually singing out the same hymn sheet. We know what we have to do. So when we come back in November, we start work again.
So player of the match against Brazil, player of the match once again today. A whirlwind of a weekend for you, being nominated for Ballon d'Or as well. But such a selfless act for you to give an assist for the goal and not go all the way. What was your pattern of thinking there?
I think for me, you know, I'm the kind of player that likes to look if someone is in a better position than me to score. And obviously, if I pass the ball there, Lucy is in on an empty net. So that's the kind of player that I am. Maybe that I do need to be a bit more selfish in and around them areas. But you know, I want to create things as well. It's not just goals I pride myself on; it's assists also. So yeah, maybe I do need to learn to be a bit more selfish. But ultimately, if that goes in the back of the net, then everyone's saying, you know, oh, that's great. She's so unselfish. So it's a difficult one to try and manage. But ultimately, it probably should have stood and the goal should have been allowed, so probably would have been a different conversation if that hadn't been the case.
Despite the result, it was a great turnout here at Craven Cottage. Midweek game, 6,068 people in attendance. Women's football is definitely on the rise. Cannot wait for this World Cup campaign to get started.